Onto the pitch we'll go, ladies and gentlemen, for the first series. Tonight we got two series coming at you here on RSC Solar, RSC Lunar, also broadcasting. I'd be sure to check out that channel if you want even more action. Velociraptor has started. He's Awkward, Steez, and Snuggles. For Jupiter, it's Dunny, No You, and Palm Tree. We are starting out with a little bit of aggression over to the right side here and up through neutral. Snuggles with the demo comes through, and we do have defensive rotation in spot here. Back over to left side. He's Awkward, puts this one up high. Is there a follow-on? Doesn't look like it. Another demo. Snuggles is seeing red right now. Can't get the save. Early goal here for Velociraptor.
Breakdown of overall defense for Jupiter. That touch coming out from Dunny not being the clear they need. Palm Tree reaching for that save, cannot get to that save. Good attempt by Jupiter, but Velociraptors certainly showing that offense early.
That is something you were mentioning that we were going to have to keep our eyes on throughout this series. We do see Velociraptor capitalizing early. 30 seconds in, some pressure coming the other way, looking for the equalizer. Will be Jupiter to put on some pressure here. No Use going to try to cut this one inside. It's floating, dangerous spot, the missed shot. Up and across the front of the goal. Back out to the right side. Tries to tuck this one up over the top. And it is going to be the orange team putting this into the defensive zone for blue. Another shot opportunity. A little bit sketchy here on the defensive end for blue. They got to be careful here. Orange looking to equalize. Open net, but it's going to be just off. And Snuggles continuing the pressure. What aggressive play here on the offensive side from Snuggles. Now the fast break going the other way. That shot's on target. Snuggles gets back in time. They seem to be absolutely everywhere right now. How did they have the boost to get all the way across the field like that to get the save from the shot?
Absolutely, that defensive rotation coming in so strong for Velociraptors. They're getting that third man back off those offensive plays, and that's vital. That's how you maintain a good offense. They need someone there. They're constantly having someone there, and it's why they're having so many opportunities. We'll see if they can continue to get those opportunities. Jupiter, they need something going. They need a little bit of life in them, and right now Velociraptors just putting on the show, putting on those shots.
Possession time certainly favoring. Looks like it might be the goals favoring them as well for two, but that is going to be deflected wide. And now No You to put one on target off the backboard. Could be a follow here for the squad. And he's Awkward, gets an awkward touch underneath that is enough to stop the shot from being on target. Snuggles now off the wall. Seems to be chasing the ball just about everywhere he can get to it. That is a dangerous bomb here. He's Awkward. Defense is called for right now for Velociraptor, and they are up to the task so far. Good communication here. Another shot coming across. No, that's going to be a chance for Dunny. They pop this into there over to the right side, and it is going to be He's Awkward putting this back into the zone. Now back out. The offensive pressure here for Jupiter is really good. They are not capitalizing on this so far. We're coming up on halftime. That's going to pop up into the air for another opportunity. He's Awkward should be able to clear this one out to the side, and it will be taken. However, right now, Jupiter up off the ceiling goes Palm Tree. They're definitely starting to feel themselves. Shot might be on target. No. How have Jupiter not scored? The ball's been in here for about a minute and a half.
You know, accuracy at this minor league level sometimes isn't as well as you would like, and that's why Jupiter, as many opportunities as we saw, only actually have one recorded shot on the scoreboard. So not the accuracy they are looking for. They are getting that pressure, so step in the right direction for now. We'll see if they can keep it going. As for Velociraptors, that touch is not what they need. The mistake being penalized. Palm Tree coming in off that missed touch. Certainly, he was awkward.
This is, 2 minutes on the clock, and I got to give credit to Jupiter just for maintaining such an insane offensive presence. I don't think that ball got over the half line for almost a minute and a half, if not more, and finally something cracks. Something cracks on He's Awkward, Steez, and Snuggles. It's enough to equalize. Less than 2 minutes to go in this one. Remember, this is one of 4 games. Play all 4 games here on the RSC, and that will go towards the record. Jupiter is the team that will need to win all 4 to equalize to a 50% record on the season. But Snuggles wants to tuck one in on the side. No, the demo on the left side, 2 outlet opportunity. Palm Tree out of the side is going to go right by the first defender. Does not get it by the second, but still a dangerous ball out to the left side into the corner for the defensive blue team here, trying to clear. Snuggles over the top. Once again, Snuggles gets the touch. Come on, gives himself a little bit of breath, a little bit of breathing room, if you will. But Snuggles, once again, out to the right side and coming up on 1 minute here, and we're equalized. You wouldn't have thought so, but, Velociraptor and Jupiter kind of evenly matched as we would have thought.
Absolutely. Just Jupiter coming into this second half of the game, bringing on a little bit more pressure, able to capitalize off the mistakes that we'll see at this level, and that's given them the even edge. As for Velociraptor, those 4 shots coming in the first early game. Finally, they're getting one here now, but as well, Jupiter bringing in those demos. It is really throwing off that offensive pressure that Velociraptors does so well in their game plan, in their game book, certainly working to their advantage right now.
Dunny's going to slow it down here on the right. Defensive zone. Next goal could be the winning goal for either team. No use going to put this back into a dangerous spot. And Awkward will send it to the right. Dunny back into center. Deflection here. And the pressure once again for Jupiter is starting to suffocate the Velociraptors back out towards center. Is there a shot? There is. Oh, puts it wide. Opportunity. Teed up there. Shot again. Not quite going to be on target. 14 seconds now up to the wall. That's back towards center. Is No You going to turn? No, they're going to win all the way back to the corner. That's going to give Awkward a little bit of room here to go over to the right side. No You's going to have to cut it off. Is this the opportunity, the time to shine? Palm tree, it's still dangerous. Will the ball stay in the air? No, it will touch down. Sudden death overtime, Chixxa, for our first game on the broadcast. How about that?
Absolutely. You know, what we expected, these teams are evenly matched, and Jupiter just able to cut in with that little bit of edge the second half of the game, and they're holding on to it. Velociraptors have yet to get as much aggression as we've seen early. Still there, 2 going up, 1 being back in that third man position to continue this play. We'll see, can he drop that down? No, he cannot drop it down. So great counterattack opportunities just so far for Jupiter. Nothing for either team really getting a quality play just yet. Nothing surmounting. We're waiting for that opportunity, and it is yet to come through.
Might just be one moment of quality that will end up deciding this first game here. 45 seconds have gone down. In this overtime has gotten by the third. Is there a finish? Who else but Snuggles is going to take the goal and take the MVP accolade for the winning team. Velociraptor will take it in overtime, 2-1.
Exactly, that one small mistake, that third man just pushing up way too far, not getting that touch, leaves that open opportunity, and Velociraptors, they capitalize. They did so well at the beginning of this game. Jupiter able as well to come back late, but overall Velociraptors, just that slight aggression and less mistakes. They had the one, it was capitalized on, but they did not make another mistake again. So that really being that main difference. You cannot make mistakes. You will capitalize. So we'll see what happens the rest of this series. Jupiter is certainly holding on close.
Interesting to note as well, you were mentioning before the game that we were looking at the midfield and kind of play through neutral and who's going to be controlling, and it actually seemed that most of this game took place in neutral, took place outside. I mean, the shot totals here, Snuggles was definitely popping off. We were seeing them, play a very offensive game for the Velociraptors, but otherwise, I mean, it's a tied scoreline essentially. No saves registered for Velociraptor off of only 2 shots from Jupiter. So, no real test, no real veracity in the game between these two teams. So maybe, we need to see a little bit more of that volatility. Maybe we need to see, some people kind of, come out of the defensive zone, get some more offense on. Maybe, Jupiter just has to put more shots on target to win game 2.
Absolutely. Game 1, always a feeler game. Each team feeling up what's on the board, who's popping off today, what is the roster. So that feeler game, that's over now. Both teams should know what to expect, and they should know where they can capitalize.
Out to center, we've kicked off game number 2. Shot towards the top, no. Bounce shot won't go. Who else but Snuggles trying to keep it alive. No You gets a touch. Left side looks to continue the carry, and it will be Palm Tree. Can't quite execute the half flip there. You can see half flip landed a little bit low. So they are a little bit slow to the ball, but it doesn't look like anything is going to be punished in that regard just yet. He's awkward out to the left side. Steve's already there. Looking to cut this one back in. And over to neutral we go. Snuggles, that's going to be on target. Will need to be deflected away, and it will be by Awkward. Back towards center, though. Defensive rotation coming through. Lines up the shot. Dunny to put it on target. Pops it. Can they get it by? Yes! Dunny, the slow play left side. 1-0 in Jupiter. Strikes first in game 2.
Absolutely, this is what Jupiter needed. They already have 3 shots on the board within these first 40 seconds. That's more shots than they had in game number 1. So already the aggression coming through. This is what they needed. They made the adjustment, and the adjustment working out in their favor. It's, can they do this for the next 4 minutes and 15 seconds of the game is the real question. You could always start strong, but you always need to finish strong as well.
That's exactly what we saw with Velociraptor, kind of bookending game number 1 with a goal early and a goal late. Snuggles, the benefactor here, is back on the ball, looking to put in the equalizer, but no you. Out to the wall here to the left side. Gonna pop this one towards center. Opportunity here for the give and go, but no. Broken up by Steez, and off the backboards, a dangerous ball, and Palm Tree, they had not gotten a touch on that one, certainly in the back of the net. Palm Tree back up off the wall towards center. Steez is there for it. Shot to the far side, saved by Dunny off the line. No you versus Awkward in the corner. Nice deflection here on the 50. It's going to be Dunny now. And they do get it by 1, get it by 2. Steez to be a third, no. And this is opportunity for the break. Palm Tree out to the right side, looks for a teammate towards center. They are going to go right over that ball, maybe calculated. No you over to the right side. Dunny's going to be right behind on support. Another calculated miss, or maybe there's just some oil slick on the ball. I'm not sure. And just like that, pressure from Velociraptors goes from defense to offense. I think that's their strong point right now. They're so quick to get to the other side of the field.
Absolutely, counterattack's vitally important, especially when you're rotating out, you're low on boost, you're looking for boost. Maybe you don't have ball cam on, you don't exactly know where you're going. And as you can tell, that ball gets cleared, and Velociraptors, they're coming on that ball exactly as a Velociraptor should. So that's what they're doing strong right now. They're down 1 goal, they need something, so a little extra aggression can go a long way. They just need to make sure they do it correctly. That one going high, they're looking for more. Can it pull down? But the saves coming through by Dunny as well. So right now, just fantastic job by Jupiter on that defensive goal line. Will it fall in? It's so dangerous.
I do not know how that ball did not find the back of the net. Jupiter has, by the hair on their chinny chin chin, snuck by and maintains a 1-0 lead. Looking to counterattack now. Dunny out of the corner, back down. It's going to be no you up off the wall. Looking for one. They do get it. It's going to be on target. But Awkward, look at Snuggles, waiting, already baiting up towards the offensive side. Shot opportunity here. Steez out to the right side, and now Dunny looking to take this one off the wall. They got 1 touch. They got 2. Do they have 3? No, not towards center. But no, you might be able to go for that. They're going to turn on this ball, and Steez to clear out. They do relieve the zone, but back in are the Velociraptors. Chance to line up the shot, and it is saved, but another shot opportunity. Snuggles is going to put this one up high. That's going to be off the wall, back down, and out. It is cleared. 1-0, 140. Right now, a pretty sweaty game developing here as both teams kind of develop these really good strategies on the offensive side, put on a lot of pressure. Shot opportunity again wide, and it will remain a 1-0 scoreline.
There's so much pressure being put on by both teams. 8 total shots for Velociraptors right now, and they have not sunk a single goal. As for Jupiter, they have 6 themselves. So many opportunities, just so little actually going in. We'll wonder, is it the accuracy? Is it the saves? Is it both of them combined? It's probably both of them. But right now, both teams rotating so beautifully, getting those opportunities. We're seeing passes attempting to be developed just a little off the mark. And again, this one does get dunked in. Steez making that solo play. Beautiful job, and Velociraptors coming through when they need it the most.
It's about what the doctor ordered at the end of game 2 here. 56 seconds on the clock, equalized up. Game number 1 in overtime. Well, we have another overtime game before us. We have less than 60 seconds to find out. Into the defensive zone we go. That's a wide open opportunity. Steve's going to go right by the ball and leaves it for Snuggles. A little bit of miscommunication there, or maybe correct communication, saying, I have boost, I'm going to let you go by this one. Palm Tree out to the left side. That's going to bounce up towards center. He's awkward with the opportunity to get goal number 2. And the Velociraptors could kind of steal this one away if Jupiter isn't prepared. 2 goals late in the game. Not be a way to concede game number 2. Back out the left side. That's going to be Palm Tree carrying it up and over the top. No use. Got to be careful. Snuggles on the ball. Counterattack opportunity here for Jupiter. They're going to put a shot over. No use. The redirect. No. It goes right by their car. Opportunity goes by. 15 seconds. Snuggle the demo over to the right side. This is 10 seconds now. Steez wants to put this one in themselves. They get by 2. They have brute forced themselves forward. Palm Tree over to the side. Snuggles to put this back towards center. Off to the near post side. It's Dunny going to touch this one down. Do we have another overtime back towards center? Shot too high for Steez. Can't keep their knee over the ball. Oh my God, Chixxa, 2 overtimes in a row. We are going to have voices at the end of this.
Absolutely, but you know, this is what we expected. We called it. It would be a close battle, but Jupiter right now, they're holding on so close early, but Velociraptors just coming in late. They're able to come in late, and this is what's holding. This one, though, right now is on. Fantastic touch off by he's awkward, and both teams just coming at it. The shots also finally on Jupiter, ending it early here in overtime, finally getting it through, holding on to that early lead, coming in at the end. Oh man, what a tight game number 2 really was.
I mean, so we have asymmetrical, or if not symmetrical, games in these first two. Jupiter and Velociraptor have gone to overtime twice. Both games have been 2-1. Jupiter, the beneficiary of game number 2. Game number 1 goes over to Velociraptor. Seems like Velociraptor on the defensive end is just kind of playing their cards kind of open. They're saying, okay, like, get your offense set up and take as many shots as you want. Like, we're just going to kind of let you take the shots, and we'll see if we can turn it into a counterattack. And Jupiter is just kind of saying, okay, well, we'll try to score, I guess, when we get into the offensive zone. Look at all the shots. Like, the difference between game 2 and game 1 is magnanimous. Like, it's crazy. We had, what is that? That's 12 shots for Velociraptor and 7 for Jupiter. We almost get 20 shots between both teams in game 2.
Absolutely. You know, as I said, game 1's that feeler game, and everyone brought up the tension. They brought up the aggression in game number 2. They knew they needed an adjustment, and an adjustment was made. But Jupiter just coming out a little bit stronger on that save front, on that rotational front. Velociraptors can't rely on counterattacks because not everyone is going to be making rotational mistakes. Miners, you know, the C1, C2 area level, they have enough knowledge to know where to rotate. They're not going to be making those mistakes all the time. You can't always rely on the mistakes, rely on the capitalization. You need to make your own opportunities, whether it be bumps or demos or passes or a little bit of solo plays. Make those opportunities yourself and then see where you can go on there. The ones that you can capitalize on, those are just little bonuses.
One of these teams will take game 3 and take the lead in this series 2-1, but which team is it gonna be? A nice save from No You! I was about to call the goal, and it is a save coming through, another save. What a save, No You! An absolute legend of brick wall on the backside. 2 saves in 10 seconds of game 3 to keep them alive, and they're going to go the other direction. Looking to turn defense into offense off the right side. Palm Tree back towards center. Snuggles got to get 1. No way, there's 2. The second touch over to the right side is going to be a little bit too far. And what a spicy start to game 3 here. Shots on target. Awkward puts one in. 1-0, 4:26 in game 3.
You know, 4 shots, that's a difficult amount to handle in such a short period of time, just a little over 30 seconds, and 4 shots put on, the boost getting low for Jupiter, the play, the rotation just getting out of hand, and Velociraptor holding on to that aggressive strike, holding on to that offense and coming out with the edge. Make your own opportunities. They certainly did.
Back into the match we go to the defensive side here for Velociraptor. Back to Orange, looking to control. Dunny gets a touch off the back of their car, a little bit awkward, but they are going to be able to carry it forward. At least put pressure on. The 50 goes all the way across field. It's going to be Steez now up over the ball. Awkward over the ball. Palm Tree out to the right side. Sees a teammate coming. No U's not going to be able to get there. But they are going to be able to pick up that corner boost, which was not taken by the blue player who was rotating through. So that kind of, those little momentum changes, that will be a demo on Snuggles, but nobody to follow. Once again, Palm Tree looking for one more, not going to be there. Dunny to send this one back up and over neutral. Out to the right side, Steez gets one down, but not going to be able to get anything else on it. A little bit awkward here as the players are fighting for boost. Steve's going to be able to get, nope, they're going to go right by the ball, and I'm going to not make that call. It's going to be No You back towards center. No shot. No You right now seems to be all over the place. Velociraptor, though, they're the ones who are leading.
Of course, they've had more opportunities right now, and Jupiter, they seem like they're falling a little bit more apart on that rotational front. The aggression just coming out very early for Velociraptors, and they're holding on to it. Steez is up on this one as well. Another shot just going off that post, and that is difficult to do. Dunny now looking for that counterattack. He will get it off the counterattack. Beautiful open opportunity after Velociraptors can't get this one going. Steez, you see there on the back of the field going for that boost instead of straight to back post. Those little rotational errors being the real deal breaker when it comes to those goals.
And you know, one of those goals too, we've all been in that position where, you know, you see that goal, it's wide open, and all you got to do is touch it in, and it goes wide. So congrats to to Dunny for, keeping that thing on target. And it is going to be an equalized game. 2:45 left in game number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we are tied up 1-1. If you missed either of the beginning games, first 2 games did both go to overtime. They both were 2-1 results. 1 towards each team. Nice touch here from Palm Tree up off the backboard on the self-deflection. That's going to be Steez taking over to the right. And a lot of open fields here once again. That's how they just conceded a goal, was giving so much space and once again a little bit of a gap in the rotation and the attack. And it really does seem like, I don't know, that's going to be a shot. What a shot! An absolute banger top shelf from Steez gives Velociraptor the 2-1 lead.
Beautiful execution here by Steez. That is not an easy shot, and it goes beautifully in that top right corner. The accuracy there, so perfect. And for Velociraptors, 8 shots, and we're only at halftime. Can they get even more than last game? They had 12 last game, already 8 at halftime. Can they get 16? Who knows? But no matter what, it is difficult to handle those shots as well. Jupiter, they do have 7 saves on the board. So they're saving virtually everything Velociraptor's throwing at them, but Velociraptor's still going through those 1 or 2 opportunities, and that is a really difficult thing to swallow.
No you to the right side is going to go right by that boost. Once again, they're just kind of leaving these boosts, and that's going to let offensive rotators, like he's awkward right now, just went over and grabbed that boost. If that boost wasn't there, they're going to have to be going all the way back to their goal, but an opportunity here to pop this one high, and Steez will be up to the challenge. That's going to be out to the right. No you with a lot of space. Are they going to be able to pop this one up over the top of Steez? Steez just there applying pressure. Dunny trying to pass this one back, a little bit of give and go. A nice touch here, a little bit of a pinch. Really awkward right now for Jupiter. They're trying to clear the zone, and they just aren't able to. That shot's going to be in a very dangerous spot. Snuggles will need one more touch on it. Right now, Jupiter's offense seems to be pretty good. They're looking to equalize here, keeping the possession time, trying to get this ball up in front of the goal and get one of their teammates to come across, put a shot on target, but coming in on 1 minute right now. The ball is spending a lot of time in no man's land. It's out here in neutral once again, just kind of floating around, and that is exactly what Velociraptor want. As long as that ball isn't in their net, they're going to take game 3.
Absolutely burn that clock time, hold that possession time, and when you're constantly on offense, what better thing to do than burn that clock time down? And that's exactly what they're doing, with that bump coming through, working out in the favor. The bump and the finish, make your own opportunities, and that could not be better this series right now.
Wow, that bump is, I felt that bump in my spine. That is so savage. Player is on their heels on the goal line. You're hitting them while they're down. They're already scared. They get bumped out of the way. Equalize, what a shot! Just like that! Jupiter, from the clutches of defeat, might have victory. 3-2, 39 seconds in game 3. What a laser from No You.
A beautiful give and go play too, off the kickoff. No you to Dunny, back to no you to the finish, making those passes through, making those opportunities. This is how we like to see teams play. The energy, the teamwork, all of that together. Beautiful job.
Out to the center, opportunity to tie! Just like that. Okay, so we're in this zone where anytime the mic transitions, there's a goal. So we have to be careful here, I think, or this is going to get out of hand. 3-3, 26 seconds on the clock. At this point, it seems like it's either teams to take, isn't it?
Absolutely. It has been neck and neck. Could we see our 3rd overtime? It has been 2 overtimes so far. Do we get a 3rd? It is really in question right now, but with as many shots as we're getting, 15 seconds is a lot of time at this point.
Palm Tree's going to be up. It's a little bit awkward. That's going to float over and in. Snuggles has clutched from defeat that was from victory to defeat, back to victory. 4-3, 9 seconds on the clock in game number 3. 11 shots for Velociraptor. 4 of them are in. This lead has been stolen back and forth the last 30 seconds, 3 times. And now with 5 seconds on the clock, a miracle required from Jupiter. A shot opportunity right side. Steez into the air. Is there a follow? The shot in center. Oh, he went over the ball. He went a little bit too high. It's not out yet. Oh! That is as close of a game as you, ladies and gentlemen. This first series is a little too good if we got to do another series after this one.
Oh my gosh. I'm still, it touched the line. The ball. Half of it. Oh man.
Oh.
The heat coming through in Jupiter. The effort is there. 8 saves. 8
8.
saves.
That's insane.
And they
8
still
saves.
couldn't. Oh, man. Velociraptors just way too aggressive on that ball. They're getting so many opportunities. And even when it comes down to 8 saves, you just need 11 shots and you're good. Let one through,
Yeah.
let two through.
I mean, the game really opened up, right? Like it came to about 3/4 of the way through, and it was such a tight kind of nip and tuck game. And then as soon as it like one goal went through, and it was everywhere. We were at 2-1, we were at 3-2 immediately, and then we were at 4-3. It felt like in the other direction almost immediately after that, and then the game's over. Velociraptor just kind of stealing back what they already seemed to control. Game number 4 is up in the air. I don't know. What do you think? Based on the end of that game, do you think we're going to have a very volatile start to game number 4?
I mean, it's definitely an option what we've seen out of these teams. They've just ramped it up more and more from game number 1. And, we predicted like a 2-2 showdown. It's been Velociraptors, Jupiter. Velociraptors, if it follows the trend, we will see Jupiter get this one. But with how much offense right now that Velociraptors are putting on, can Jupiter handle it? Can they put on their own offense is the real question.
Well, Steve's going to get an early save. Now over to the right. That's going to be up to the left side. Now back over to the left. Snuggles trying to control that one. Not going to be able to get there now. Steve's out to the left. And that's going to be Palmtree. Oh, Palmtree over to the right side on the deflection. Now Snuggles over to Steve. Steve's trying to take this one back. That's going to be over the right side, up and off the ceiling. And then back down. Snuggles, once again, they're on every single ball. They're all the way across the field. Awkward. What an angle. And they actually almost cut that one in. Early action here, but still 0-0.
Absolutely. The shot again coming off, deflected and not able to be saved. So Jupiter, they do get on the board first. Again, another little give and go play. Palm Tree to know you, back to Palm Tree. Those give and goes, they're working out in their favor. And certainly Jupiter, they need a little life early, and that's what they've given it. But can they hold on?
Right back into the left side here. Palm Tree's going to try to put this one back on target. Oh, and up the side, it's right down the center. Jupiter, an early 2-0 lead. 5 shots for this Jupiter team. I mean, this is not the team we saw in game 1. Jupiter has showed up. It's a completely different team now, and certainly a 2-0 lead this fast. It's the first time we've seen that in the series.
Absolutely, and they're fighting for that 2-2, that tied series. And this is what they need. They've brought it out early. You got to throw Velociraptors off their game, and they're holding on to the possession. They're holding on to those touches, those beautiful plays, that pass. So perfect. Unfortunate that no touch was made there, but they're able to get possession over and over again right now, and they're getting those shot opportunities. Velociraptors, we've seen them mount some aggressive attacks late, a demo coming through as well by Snuggle, so they're looking to open something up. Can they make that opportunity?
Back down towards center. That's going to be Dunny getting credit with the shot, but a save over to none other than Snuggles. 3 saves for Steez already in game number 4. 2-0 here. Palm Tree gets past 1, gets past 2. No, you doesn't get the touch. Palm Tree. Oh my God, off the deflection. Their own deflection off the post here. Snuggles has to get a touch. It's going to send it back out to the left side. It's going to be Palm Tree back towards center. This is going to be right into the hands of Dunny. Nice touch here. Touch by 1. Not going to be able to get by 2. Velociraptor do seem to be a little out of sorts here on the defensive end and the offensive end. As a result, they cannot clear this ball and get any breathing room back towards center. Great pass, great play. What a save from Steez. They chalk up save number 4 and keep it a 2-goal game. That certainly should have been 3-0. Steez has stolen back that 3rd goal. Maybe now the Velociraptors have something to play with. Get a little momentum going on the offensive side.
Absolutely. This is what's holding you on this game. If you're down 3 goals at halftime, that's a lot to come back to. And right now, Velociraptors, they're holding on by the skin of their teeth, just barely making it through with these saves. Jupiter has ramped up their aggression, ramped up the energy. Velociraptors are looking for something. They're holding on. Jupiter's still doing a fantastic job, but will they break eventually, or can they hold on these next 2 minutes?
Shot opportunity here. Snuggles gets 1, wants 2, can't get there. Is there a follow? And it's a double commit. This could be goal number 3. It certainly will be. Palm Tree secures it. The double commit off the ball. There was a moment where the ball was floating right here, and it just delayed just enough that both players said, hey, maybe I got to turn on this one. 3-0. What do you think? Velociraptors can, do they have enough time to make a comeback in just under 2 minutes?
You know, that goal results in desperation. They know they're down. They know they need to score. You need to maintain your calm. You need to maintain your style. You can't be too desperate when it comes to things, or else you're just going to end up down another goal. I mean, I've seen it happen before. 1:40 is plenty of time for 3 goals, about 1 every 30 seconds. But it's a hard task with how well Jupiter is doing right now. They have 10 total shots compared to Velociraptors' singular 1.
Out to the right. Maybe that 1 can change into 2, but no. Denied. Now back out to the defensive zone. He's awkward. Gets a good touch here. It's dangerous. It's going to be a shot for Snuggles. They try to get by 1, but the touch goes a little bit too wide. Now an opportunity. The demo comes through. Dunny's going to put this one back towards center for the teammate. No. Not going to be able to get on the other side of that one. 1 minute to go. It is do or die right now for Velociraptor back out towards the center. Right now, the Velociraptors do have a 2-game lead, so we might be seeing what we were thinking about, that 50-50 split, 2-2. Certainly looking good for Jupiter here. Shot right side. What on earth? A sniper from the left side neutral. 54 seconds. Velociraptors on the board.
There's still time, and momentum goals like this, you'll be fighting back. They need to be careful. Velociraptors right now, they can mount some really good aggressive opportunities. Just don't make the mistakes. Don't let in any more goals. You do not have that time, but shots and aggression like this, very good opportunities for them. They need to keep it going. Just a couple, 40 seconds remains for them to get 2 goals to tie this one up.
Looking for goal number 2 here. They have the pressure and they have the offensive rotation. They're definitely staying on the ball. It's going to be He's Awkward. Does not get by 1, rather. Steve's going to get by 1, though. And He's Awkward going to try to put this one towards that near post. Does fall right into the ball. They're looking to keep this one as active as possible in the defensive zone for Jupiter. But the Velociraptors are moving in the wrong direction now to their own defensive zone. And that is a demo from Dunny. Demos are certainly going to mess up the momentum, mess up the mojo. 10 seconds now. 2 goals. Might be a little bit too tough. Maybe a little bit too big of an ask for this team. 5 and 4 back towards center. Maybe a second goal, though. Maybe a second goal. No, denied there. Jupiter even up the series, ladies and gentlemen, 2-2 in an excellent start to the broadcast.